Welcome back, everyone, to the Stanley Parable 2. Where I have got 4 flavors in there, boy.
So we're back playing the Stanley Parable. This game has been really funny, and I'm intrigued to see what happens next. All right.
Oh, okay. We haven't even seen the new game yet either, or new, quote unquote.
You good, Mike?
Yep.
Right. So you want me to just finish this up?
I think it's gonna play the intro. So yeah, just watch.
This is the story
It's
of
like
a
we're
man named
playing a new
Stanley.
game.
Stanley worked for a
There's the
company in a big
balloons!
building where he was employee number 427.
That one's fucking
Employee
lopsided.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to
So that's how I type
how
with
long
one
to
finger.
push,
Just
and in what order. This is
Well,
what
it's telling
employee
him to-
427 did every day of every month of every year.
Turn it up.
And
Turn it up,
although
boy.
others might have considered
Listen to
it
that
so
jam.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Hell.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Is he like
Something
that?
that would forever change Stanley.
Oh.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
fucking
isolation.
balloons.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
We just mouthed that whole thing as it just went. Just me and Cedric.
Yup.
Happy 12th birthday, stepniece.
So where's my bucket?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep
All
going,
his
bitch.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go.
Can I do that one
Perhaps
achievement?
he simply missed a memo.
Oh, the fourth, third. Sure, go ahead.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
1, 2, 3, 4.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction.
Fuck!
of this effort for only
God damn it!
4. Perhaps 50 clicks will do. Yes, almost 50 clicks.
50?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10, 11,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
50!
No, okay.
Bitch!
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, yeah, you gotta go
Four.
You gotta go to another
Oh,
area.
what the fuck? 417?
417.
Bucket!
Bucket.
Oh. Oh, 4 I'm gonna look around here. Okay, so it's 420.
Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
417.
Right there.
So it's 20.
Yep.
You could have done it like that the whole time.
You
You fucking moron.
What?
He could have just super clicked it, and it would have gone by so
437.
quick.
457.
437.
437. That
It
back.
was right next to 430.
Okay.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
I didn't realize that they involved the bucket with that. Nice.
Now back to door number 437.
This is just.
Listen, you need to be committed if you want this achievement, fuckle nut.
Yeah. This is also the same game where you need to click a button for 4 hours to get an achievement.
In ending.
There's,
You know, I think the coffee machine needs some attention.
dude, that's
Why
general.
don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Rub the bucket on the copy machine, Brandon.
Is that what he said? Copy?
Yes.
Copy machine.
What the fuck is
Right
copy?
behind there. Right there.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Hell
You
yeah.
decide to do this. Forward. You almost passed it.
Now bring the bucket on top of employee 419.
Right behind
419.
418. There we go.
What?
You gotta try to stand on it. Try to jimmy your way up on the desk. Try to like crouch so you can jimmy your way up there.
No, you were up there for a moment.
Yes, this is great.
There we
now
go.
the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now,
This is
let's
amazing.
introduce it to door 416.
416.
416.
No, where are you going? You're going backwards, fucker.
The same one as. Yeah.
Back that way.
It
You
was-
literally went to that door.
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Is there
The other
kind of
room.
Okay, I thought there was like
Back
another
in my
one.
room.
I know where it is. I just thought there was another one.
Well, no, because he's pertaining to that specific one.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430.
Love how it's just the bucket now. That's the star.
1, 2.
Just fucking click it.
Yes, we did it.
Yay!
Click on the door 435 times.
You know, not all buckets will get this kind of
that was-
experience.
That's what the achievement said.
It said
It
click on
said
door.
click on door 435 times, you dumbass.
Still didn't read it wrong.
Huh?
Still didn't read it wrong. I just said it differently.
Buckets may dream of an experience like this.
Pause the game.
If you can
What do you mean you didn't read it wrong?
I didn't read
Yes,
it.
you fucking did. You act all surprised, like, click on the door 435 times. It's not like you were shocked. Like, you clicked on it 435 times.
Moving on.
Alright.
You've given a bucket hoop today.
He was a retard without knowing he was a retard.
I'm very proud of you.
Hold on. Alright, one, two,
Stanley
okay.
touched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Turn it up more. I gotta be able to hear this better. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Alright, so you can just go whatever. Remember, all the endings we've done so far, you can just do with the bucket now. So, see, I have a list literally made up for him.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more
You
than
need to
ever.
listen to the dialogue.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm waiting.
This was where he'd find answers.
My friend. Yes.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's a place to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good news, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
Don't
I
fucking give
know
him the
how
bucket.
hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is says how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket. Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Like,
Even this is
entering
worse
it
than I had imagined.
all the time.
Wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends. That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient. That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I've never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point.
Your
Share
mama don't
journal
love you.
entries detailing the rich
Your fucking
emotional
fat ass
landscape of
broom
your
closet
feelings for
mama.
the bucket, as they have changed
And then your
evolved
fucking
over
mop
the
bucket
years.
father.
Let him have it.
Yeah, fuck you, broom closet. You're a bitch. Big bitch. You bitch. You better go die, motherfucker, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
Okay, I got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Yeah!
No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical
I love it.
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself,
Broom closet
it's
ending.
a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications to this sticker. You know what? I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the but now the broom closet is just giving us a second shot. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Done. Hi. I'm Lucas, and I'm an alcoholic. Not really.
Is that it, or?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I think so. I don't remember if I ever did this one, but I say we'll just call it
Pretty
that.
sure that is the end of it. When he says, I'll see you outside.
But again, just
Coming
go
to
nuts.
Stanley's,
Just,
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
are you doing like the freedom ending again?
Yeah.
First? Nice. Okay. I like that.
Wait, what if I did the thing with this?
I mean, if you want,
It's up to
but
you.
it's really up to you. I mean, you can do every ending. I mean, every ending through the door. You can do the escape pod. I mean, yeah, gotta be quicker than that. Yeah, go in more.
Gotta go past the doors and then go out.
Quit fucking it and just fucking. There we go. The fuck you standing there? Go. You can't get back. Like I said, besides that one door down there, you can't open doors. I will tell you, in that bathroom, there is one of those Stanley figurines, but do not get it because of the fact that there actually is an ending with the figurines, and that's one of the last ones.
Okay.
So I'd like to, at the very least, like if you end up getting like other Stanley figurines, okay, cool. But like maybe at least like wait on the bathroom one,
Okay.
just because that one's the most indirect one. Like you won't just randomly come upon it unless you go into that room. So
I did it. You're now leaving. Yes, I'm leaving with my bucket. Me and my bucket are gonna get the fuck out of here.
me and Bucket are leaving.
Just yeah, I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm taking my bucket and I'm going home. You guys go, yeah, and I go, yeah. Best part is I'm wearing socks with Cartman on it. This is respect my authority. bit of Rochambeau.
Oh, do you know something funny actually? I got into like I got into like a comment argument with someone from when I was watching like a Hazbin Hotel video, and someone's like, Hazbin Hotel sucks. There's so much swearing in. I'm like, I'm like reading. I'm like,
that was their argument.
yeah. And then this is what I just respond with. Watch South Park. Cause I guarantee there's 10 times more swearing in that show than Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, the escape pod. You want to see the little twist here?
Shh, it's okay. It's okay in my bucket. I'm sorry. You must go.
This was probably the best like ending to do first because it's like you're saving the bucket, like your original bucket, and you're saving him.
Bucky, you didn't choose this life. I must free you before myself. Go on without me.
Bucket.
I'll miss you, my friend. Goodbye.
So fucking sad. There's the escape pod flying away. The end is bucket. The end is bucket. The end is bucket.
All right. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
You will get a new bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Now
missed
yeah,
a memo.
restart the game. Begin the game again. Now the bucket should be there.
All of his co-workers
That's the
were
one thing.
gone.
You literally
What could
sent
it
off
mean?
the bucket.
Stanley
There's the
decided to
bucket.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right.
And try not to lose
So.
this one too, you dolt. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I entered the door. It's round.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his
No, don't go back
Stanley,
in.
we must move on from this broom closet simply because
There's
I have
more.
no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Well, then there's no point in being in here. If we don't have stickers, then fuck that broom closet.
Coming to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Whoa. Stanley and the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
What was the code again?
Hold on. We gotta wait for the dialogue.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours,
Think
if
he
the
comes in that bucket?
The guiding light, here's the dark clouds of
He's done some probably some nasty things with this
It
bucket.
will be with him, always.
Shit, piss, and
The bucket
cum.
will. And
Oh,
he
not
knew
my titty.
the
Don't
two of them
stab
were
my dick.
inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
See you next one.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a
Worst
job
part is
well
there was
done.
actually
You
a
can't buy
limited
that sort of
collector's
average
edition, I think,
Stanley.
that
God knows
came
that's
with
right.
these
So,
figures.
I
Or
implore
one
you
of
to
them.
savor
Which would've been
each
awesome
and
to
every
have.
moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Like a physical one you could buy?
Like a physical collector's edition. Because they released the game on consoles. I don't know if they. I know they released a physical version for Switch. I don't know what physical release they did for other consoles. So.
The The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, see? You get this collector's edition. You get a little Stanley figurine. And a bucket manual, apparently.
Very nice. Everyone needs to know how to properly handle a bucket.
No, Brandon! God damn it! No! God damn it! Fuck!
Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keys
God damn it!
there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
Doing the fucking elevator ending.
Pressing the number 3 again. Bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing.
That's a fucking bucket. I saw the hand rub. I was like, no, no. We gotta move forward. No, I don't actually care. This is...
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over
Fucking do it!
and over.
Keep doing it.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in
Oh,
the elevator.
give me that. Oh, oh. Just wait a second. Hold on.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3.
Stop.
Oh!
Stop.
Beard's so soft. Let me shave that for you. A nice shave.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yes. The bucket always deserves the number 3. Oh fuck.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you
We've
to
been
see
through
what
one
I
ending.
see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket. The
Ha!
bucket said nothing.
Ha! Ha! Right in your gooch.
Oh, I love this.
It's one of the best games ever. it's phenomenal.
Here, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you.
I'm honestly really excited about my whole idea of
Began to wail on it like a musician on a
playing
beloved
Resident
instrument,
Evil. I don't know if I said that.
weaving a
I've been playing Alan Wake 2
tooth and
lately,
nail.
Cedric.
He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush.
Oh my
He
God.
told stories through the number 3.
I'm hoping
stories
to
of
beat
his
it honestly
dreams
whenever I
and
get home. I
hopes
still have
and fears.
DLCs to
The
play.
whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind.
Okay, they use some
Anything to
press
let
it.
him know that the bucket appreciated what he was
Right.
doing. The bucket
Stop.
conveyed absolutely nothing.
Stop! You're pushing it too much.
Crushed.
You're gonna launch the nukes.
Stanley returned to the elevator.
No, but because of me playing Alan Wake 2, it really has made me think about more. It's like, man, I really need to try the Resident
Stanley and
Evil
the
games.
bucket was so close. They'd always been
like-
there for one another.
And I'd also
Why
love to
suddenly could
replay
the bucket
Evil
not
Within
connect with this passionate
If I
Stanley.
feel like it.
The
Great
question
games.
caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
No. It's a bucket. This is a bucket. There's more. No! There's still more. We've gotten the bucket ending, or not the bucket ending, fuck's sake. These are all bucket endings. We've gotten the elevator ending, so...
Oh, that was it?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying we've gotten it before, so obviously there's more.
Stanley, I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there
jerking
he
off
would
into the
hold a
bucket?
press conference where he would
Why are you
speak to
shaking?
the public on
My
all
leg was
the
shaking, which
related
was affected
to the number 3
my arm.
over and over.
Oh, fuck.
He would elaborate fully on what the number
Is that a
3
person?
meant to him.
Whoa, what was that? Whoa, that was a person.
Then
What the
bucket would be
fuck?
able to see his
You saw
joy
that too?
in the eyes of
Yeah.
others. It would get to see the world react.
We
to
saw a
this
fucking
discovery
person.
of Stanley. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would
Like right
finally
outside of it, there was
understand
like
Stanley's
there was like a truck in like a doorway. There was a person standing next to it.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and
I would hope there'd be a
until
bucket with
could
it.
be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Fucking Minecraft door.
Yeah, we did see someone. Yeah, that's who we saw. This guy. That's so weird.
Who is it?
I don't know. It's some bald guy.
Interesting.
This was it. One last chance to win the
3 again. 3
One
again.
opportunity
Again.
to prove
Again.
loved one.
Apparently, people call him the Watching Man.
Threes. There's threes everywhere. There's threes everywhere.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be
Don't
no
kill me,
connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Highly depressing.
Damn, espresso depresso much? Goddamn.
All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Good?
mean?
Yep.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
We.
Go to the left door again and go to
Pushed the
okay,
bucket
go left.
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What ending you gonna get this time? Oh! Oh, right, I love this. Yeah, look around. It's like it's all about the figures. There's actually a whiteboard behind you on the right. On the right, not the left. Fucking Jesus. So this will help you later when we eventually actually want to collect them.
Large room, lots of boxes.
So
Stairs, something to do with stairs. So, somewhere both red and blue. A private but smelly place for an important
I'll just tell
person.
you, the large room, lots of boxes. That's the warehouse area. The stairs is going downstairs to in this door.
Yeah.
Somewhere both red and blue, it's more recommended to go there without the bucket, so you can get the red and blue doors, and you'll see it there. And the private, smelly place is the executive bathroom.
Yeah.
So.
Is this like random at this time? Trust the
No,
completion.
this just happens now because you collected one of them.
Ah.
This is just how it's gonna be in here now.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Lucas, the ultimate smoker.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walk
Jesus.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Looks like a fucking thing of ribs. Goddamn.
Stepping into his manager's
What was the code again?
2845.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
So I know the. So we got the elevator
This
ending.
is
So
certainly
the
the most logical
endings that I know of that are down here is you turn the mind control machine on or off. Then there's the bottom of the mind control facility, and then there's that escape one with like the museum. So those are the 4 endings we have down here. So just pick your poison at that point.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door.
Did you ever
and
get the
read
bottom of the mind control
Mind
facility ending?
Control
Right side or
Facility.
something? It's like one of my favorite ones. Both versions are great.
Yup.
Alright, well, when you choose it, are you keeping it?
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Okay,
chairs.
he's going.
What horrible
He's going to the bottom of the mind
secret
control
did this hold?
facility.
Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark vault below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do
Red, white, and
would be
blue
to
one is
simply
really
get
good.
comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch.
Look around. Look around.
It really wasn't so bad. A bit cold, perhaps.
Oh.
After some time,
Oh my God.
they installed
I love this.
shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
This feels
In
nice.
fact, after some time,
This is
Stanley
this is
realized
nice.
that it had been
Like,
ages
unironically,
since he had
it's actually
even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his
How the fuck
regrets,
you eat?
and the state of their homes still decay.
I like how this was originally just a glitch thing or whatever that was found in the original game, and they turned the bucket version into a full thing.
Stanley
Oh.
wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very
Coming on
long
what?
time.
There you go. Imagine if there was a mod for this game where it turned the buck into a dildo.
Oh my god.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I wanted all along. I got what I wanted. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Where you gonna go now, boy? Because again, you can go in any order at this point. Like, you don't have to go left.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay,
chest.
Fucking, alright. Fuck you then.
Oh.
This game's soundtrack is just one of the best. For fuck's sake!
I must move on from this broom closet. Simply
Oh, it's the same dialogue, okay.
stickers. If I did, you
already
can
did
guarantee
this
we'd
joke.
be in here for hours. Come
Go
into a
down.
staircase. Stanley and the
alright,
bucket walked
fuck
upstairs to the
you.
boss.
In your asshole.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
2, 8, 4,
indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I just remembered one thing about the Resident Evil thing, and it's like, there's actually a bundle that's like, what is it, $90, which isn't bad, because it's all 3 of the remakes with, like, all expansions and stuff. I mean, some of the expansions I've heard mixed things about, but still, it gives you everything, like DLCs and all that, with all 3 games for, like, you know, like, $90, which isn't bad.
Alright.
Stanley and the
Small,
bucket walked
we didn't even look at
straight
the
ahead
comments
to large
there.
door that read,
3 and 4,
Mind
should I sleep?
control
Probably! It's probably a good idea.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
There
had
I
never
am.
seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
So how late are we
or
going to be
not
able
want
to be
do
here?
in the first
It's
place?
almost 10.
Probably
These questions
11.
raced furiously in
Okay.
Stanley's feeble mind.
Cool, more time to glug.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own
What?
life in someone else's control? Never!
Pause the game.
Squeezed the bucket
This
tighter.
is, pause the
His
game.
one friend did.
This is what I imagine. Stanley screamed into the bucket. I just imagine the bucket. No! Just into the bucket.
The
Just
entire
echoes.
world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I'm just scared about how I screamed into it because I don't know if it's clean or not. Because it's down.
It's clean.
Why is it down here?
But
Someone
here
gave it to
was
me.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Tangle
or
their butt?
content.
Hold
Walking,
your blade
eating,
for you.
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Yeah,
Two
bucket!
best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
You about to get deactivated, boy.
But at the last
Oops.
second,
Two.
jumped in and pressed the button
bucket
to turn
jumped
on the
in.
controls.
Bitch!
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the
I thought you were
bucket's
gonna press
plan
off,
all along?
honestly.
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What the fuck?
You press him. Flamingos! Ah, birds! Silly birds!
Stanley flipped through one video of
Oh,
silly
so
birds
cute!
after another,
I will hold
and then
it.
dawned on him. This wasn't a
Oh my!
Penguins!
It
Yeah!
was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
That's awesome.
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intention.
Why would you disguise this? This is
Had the
great.
bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
I mean, you mean that had a big
Stanley and
beak.
the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their
Yo,
lives
goose.
here in this place, living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was
So many.
the best.
Because he still gets to press the buttons, but he also gets to look at silly birds.
Ass.
Look at another one. Parrots! I'm glad you pressed that. Yay! Yay! I love how I have that listed as the
Yes, that's
countdown
where
ending,
everyone
but
would
it's
be.
just the bird
Stanley
ending.
just needed to get to the meeting room. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was
Ah, a little too warm.
Stanley
Well,
touched the bucket.
You're heating up in there a little bit, buddy. Oh god, the bucket's burning my arms. Ah! Alright, so I think you have 2 endings left on this side, if I'm right. You have the motherfucker.
You have the motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Stanley and the bucket walked
They're
upstairs
tired.
to the
We need to
boss.
try more of those. Let's see what we got. Just hand it to me. Give what
Manager's office, Stanley was once again
we got?
summoned to discover
Oh,
communication
interesting.
from life.
You get the first sip of that.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
Yeah, what
Stanley
flavor you
had
want?
broken down
Anything
into
other
an
than the
emotional
raspberry one,
dumpster
so-
fire, but Stanley
Yeah,
guessed the
original.
correct code by sheer luck.
It's like lemon
Was it that
lime.
the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most
Finish it.
logical
I can't open it.
explanation.
God damn it. Alright.
You get the first sip. That's the one of the ones you chose first.
Oh. Oh, that is coffee.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control.
You probably have that one. That one, it's
Although
good,
his
but
passageway
I'm not a
had
fan
the
of.
word escape written on it.
Oh.
Was that at the
Dude,
end
this
of
ending.
door, Stanley and the bucket
How is that
both
one?
meet a violent death.
You already drunk,
The
boy?
door behind them was not shut.
No, I'm just.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly
It's alright.
A little more
into a
alcohol
very
taste to it
painful
than
death for each
I
of
could
them.
taste in the previous flavor. Just simply because of the nature of that one.
Pink lemonade one's really good though. You're gonna fucking love this one. This one's great. This is seriously one of the best games ever. I could probably just call this my 3rd favorite game.
Oh no.
It kind of depends, because if I were to think of a top 5, it's hard to know what order exactly. I know at the top, it's the Last of Us series.
As
But
the
then
machine whirred into motion,
Any other
Stanley
parts
and the
down
bucket inched
below,
closer to
I know
their
it's like
demise.
Bioshock,
Stanley reflected on
Alan
how
Wake,
meaningless the
and then, like,
bucket's
Stanley
warmth and
Parable.
comfort had turned out to
and
be.
that, like, Bioshock is
It puts the mind and the soul at
You should play Bioshock eventually. I think you'd like it.
when you're about to be crushed to death.
Whenever it gets to a point where you don't have any other games you can
And he
think of
sort of
playing.
kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Lucas, that's
Farewell, Stanley.
Huh?
You listed 4.
Well, yeah, but if it was in a top 5, not necessarily that. I didn't really say that. I mean, I guess if I were to think of a 5th one, I
As
mean,
Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into
Um,
the enormous metal jaws.
maybe
In
what
a
remains of
single
Edith Finch.
visceral instant,
Just
the
one that comes
bucket's
to
life
mind.
came
It's another
to an
walking
end,
simulator like this
as it
one,
was crushed
but
violently
you play as like
to
a
death.
girl who's going back to her childhood home and is like learning about a secret about her family, about this like curse. And you basically play through all these different sequences about your family members
It was
that
a
have passed
shame,
away.
the death of
It's a
such a
very good game.
magnificent bucket. It's true that all
Yeah, it's the
buckets
museum
are
ending again,
radiant
but it's
in
all
their
about the
own
bucket.
way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
We definitely gotta fucking read all it. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge.
Wait, hold on. I want to do this, actually. I want to do this. I'm probably going to fuck it up, but we're going to do it. So the bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Hey, fuck you.
It's not Preaky Pice.
precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty. Frequently empty within.
Doing great.
I know. A cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and sustained knowledge of the bucket and its history to the only true knowledge we really have. You will take what you learn. Will you take what you learn here with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind and may be challenging?
What may be challenging?
What may be challenging?
I'm reading the rest of these for you, because I was happy to allow you to try, but you were like completely saying the wrong words that don't exist in this sentence.
What may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness?
I think you should let him read all of them because he needs to practice.
I feel like I've given him a shit ton of practice before it didn't work.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see
Don't worry about that. That's how you
far
leave.
more noble than
Let's look at his
Stanley will
artwork.
ever
Hold on,
be
look at the
in his
artwork
short
first.
life?
Oh, yes. All right.
Chef's kiss.
I will. I'll read it. 25. That's a lot more than 25 fucking buckets.
Nah.
25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets. Again, it's more than 25. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once.
Wait, I want to take a closer look at the painting of buckets. I want to try and spot.
Oh, that's a photograph right there.
Let's see if there's a knot bucket.
They're just Stanley somewhere.
A knot bucket.
A not bucket.
This is a bucket museum, sir.
What the
How
I'm
dare you?
trying to see if they're making a fine.
A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. What? What are you shaking your head for? What the fuck? Inferno bucket, a replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerful, alluring it that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. That is a real thing I've heard. There was a war of the bucket, or like a battle for the bucket. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Vulnerability, size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equals holes. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation.
The stress bucket, presented without commentary.
Really? Couldn't tell. There's what? Cave drawing. Well, we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. No, they don't. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket has already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings that the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures.
This takes on a whole new meaning for that bucket meme from Team Fortress 2. This is a bucket. Dear God.
Of course he said, dear God, buckets are so powerful.
There's more. No.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more than is always out of reach. This distance... Motherfucker, I didn't finish reading, you bitch hole. I can't see it! This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. There, now go grab the fucking bucket. You're floating. Oh.
My bucket. The bucket is mine.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed.
Let Stanley die!
Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another powerful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if we die together. The bucket shall take its place.
Let Stanley die! Let Stanley die! Let Stanley die!
What the fuck?
Did a good job today, soldier. Alright, there's the bucket museum ending. What you gonna do next, boy?
The meeting.
I guess you have only
That's
one
where
more, which
everyone
is
would be.
actually escape the
Stanley
statue.
just needed to get to the meeting
Well,
room.
more than less.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. not with the bucket
Hello.
run.
Hello.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
What
to
are
his
you
chest
doing?
and entered the door on his left.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to Cedric, not you, cunt.
Oh,
Hello.
What are you doing? Hello.
Read some of
Ah!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
Oh,
walked
yeah, I bought a
upstairs
YouTube.
to the boss's office.
It won't get to me until like
Another
October
than
though,
just
when it
Stanley
ships.
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What
How
about
they work, but-
mini
Did you ever see Elsa?
Stanley figs? Oh, what about
Do you even know about Elsa?
Stanleys? Yes, I think I like that. Another
the dog.
Stanley
Yeah.
under your belt.
I saw the picture. Not seen it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
So
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Postal dude.
He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the
I'm gonna say
bucket.
this right now.
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
If you
That's
didn't
strange,
have,
Stanley
if
thought.
you didn't
Usually
tell
the
me
bucket is a
right
source
away,
of guidance and wisdom
I
for
would
me
100%
in difficult times such as
always
these.
believe that dog was
He
named
held
after
the bucket
Elsa.
close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
No.
White
That's when
fur
Stanley
names
realized
Elsa, like
this
No.
isn't my
No,
bucket.
because she's named
It's
after
just a
the
normal,
actress who played Bride of
everyday
Frankenstein.
bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
Why does
This
it have
is
your
all
sticker on it,
terribly
though?
wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without
freaking out. Where's the bucket?
psychologically blinding
oh no!
Where's the bucket, Brandon? What the fuck you doing to the bucket?
Now he felt himself floating off.
You the bucket, Brandon!
He exclaimed, "Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it."
Oh, hello.
Far off in the distance now.
Hello there.
Calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room
Why
to
are you
room,
grabbing
passing
my
by
leg?
one bucket after the next.
Stop.
None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
There's buckets everywhere!
Is that what the bucket
Find the
sounds
bucket.
like?
Stanley!
It was
Stanley,
finally
find
able to
me,
restore his
Stanley!
sanity, and then
Like a British guy with a sore throat.
Oh my god, there's so many.
where the voice of the bucket had
Oh, it
been
gets
cut
better.
Wait, hold,
Just
stop.
wait.
The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Hopefully we'll actually see the ending this time. It won't fucking break.
This is the story of a woman named Marianne.
Yay! The one that you didn't see in game, but I showed you a video of because his game broke.
She arose,
They fucking skipped the
dressed,
whole thing.
picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and went to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Marianne thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Wait, hold on. Did he just say she backflipped her way to work?
Yep.
He just said she. You didn't even notice that. You didn't even notice that. She backflipped her way to work.
There was a computer in a good old bucket.
Wow, I was just curious looking at a Resident Evil ranking list. Apparently, like, Resident Evil 6 is so bad that in this list of 20, I didn't even see it.
And entered the door on his left.
I saw every other one, though.
There's 20 Resident Evil games.
Technically, in the mainline series, no. But, like, in terms of all, like, spin-offs and stuff added up all together, yes.
All right, so one more ending for the left door.
Yes.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
I honestly wonder if I should have him do the heaven ending
Stanley was
normally
once again
first.
stunned to discover not
He
an
never saw it,
indication
but
of
I don't know.
any life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Maybe
Was
not.
it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
As
him?
fun as this is, I want to try and get through this.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
I mean, I don't know why we have to rush through it. So it's all fun. I mean, I wouldn't want it to just end. Because that's retarded.
Stanley
honestly
and the
wonder if
bucket
they're gonna
walked straight
remake
ahead through
Resident
the
Evil
large
5
door
and
that
6.
read Mind Control Facility.
I know next year they're releasing a Resident Evil 1 remake. Which I probably won't play.
The lights rose on an enormous room
very good reason.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Yes,
place
it did
hold?
actually.
Stanley and the
Like
bucket
they're
both
making it more
wondered to
modern than
themselves.
like the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 ones they've done. You know, so
It's almost like they're running out of
The monitors
new
jumped to
games
life,
to
and
release.
Stanley nearly dropped the bucket
rehashing
in
all
shock.
the old ones.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
well, they're probably rehashing them
monitored
for a new
by the
generation
TVs.
too.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
Well,
as Stanley cradled
I mean,
him gently, reassuring
well,
him
here's the
that
thing, though.
everything would be fine.
It hasn't done them any bad because I mean, the Resident Evil 2 remake and 3 and 4
Was the bucket under
are
the mind control facility's
very
influence
well
as
rated.
well? Had the bucket
Very.
been told to do things it didn't
I
wish
mean,
to
there
do?
are people almost saying that the Resident Evil 4 remake is better than the original one. That's saying a lot because Resident Evil 4 is one of the most renowned horror games in gaming history. So, like, I mean, here's the thing though. The reason for Resident Evil 2 and 3 though, mainly, I mean,
his own
you
life in
couldn't
someone
access 2
else's
or 3
control.
anymore.
Never.
I mean, they're such old games. You'd have to buy
His
a
one
PlayStation
friend in the
1 or
entire
PlayStation 2
world.
to play them.
At this point,
Like, that was
he could
the
trust
only
no
option if they wouldn't have made the
except for
remakes. Not to mention just the dated graphics. So that's why they originally remade them. And I
But
think
here was
just
the
because
truth.
they were in the line of remaking those, they decided to remake
Controls
Resident Evil 4 as
labeled
well.
with emotions, happy,
And make
or
that
sad,
more
or
modern as well.
content. Walking, eating,
And
working,
now they're just
all
wanting to
of
have
it
the first
monitored
one
and
be in the
commanded
same
from this
line as
very
those
place.
ones, and possibly remake 5 and 6. Because 5 and 6 were terrible. Is the thing. So they actually have a reason to at that point. But the only reason why I won't play Resident Evil 1 is because of the spiders. Giant
In the bucket, waiting in
tarantulas.
blackness.
It's the worst thing ever.
This is another reason why you don't play Grow.
Yes.
Yes, they had done it.
Yes.
Stanley
I know
and the
there's an
bucket had
arachnophobia
defeated
mode
their
in Grounded,
greatest
but
and
I'd rather
darkest
just not
enemy,
play it.
freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to
Yeah,
build a world.
Brandon!
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through.
I'm sorry.
and begin
Did
watching
you say
it
he wants to
first.
sneeze in every country on Earth?
Wait, hold on. He just said he wants. Wait, stop. Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. He just said he wants to start a movie and in the middle of it, stop the movie right in the middle, and then finish it by reversing it from the end. So watch it forward to the middle, and then start
While
the
they
end and
lived
reverse it.
together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Oh,
Wait, what was happening?
fuck! I forgot about
The
this.
door stopped. Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay,
What about
won't I?
eternally? Because you will
Stanley
die at
gulped.
some point.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I forgot about that, honestly, so that's funny.
Alright.
Alright, we're done with the left door. Hey, good job, bud.
Through this door,
I think
Stanley thought to
personally, in
himself,
my opinion,
"That's
all the
I
right
need.
door endings are
If I
definitely
make
the
it through
better
here,
ones.
where
with
are
the
we
bucket.
going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place.
They shouldn't have called this a Stanley Parable 2. It should just be the
And
bucket
it was.
parable.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How
Got drinks,
insightful the
got
bucket
sofas.
turns out to be.
I mean, look. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So you could go there and go down that elevator like you did for the confusion ending. Or you could do some of the endings in
And
there.
so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I'm actually very excited to eventually try and play Resident Evil. But I also have 7 and 8 on my list.
I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place.
It's the baby, our wife, and the adventure line, and the broom closet. What the fuck?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you.
In the computer!
And the pencil sharpener.
Carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
that raspberry's
It's just
good.
sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the adventure line and the broom closet. Because that's what
want another,
fans
just let
want
me know.
from a sequel.
Not-
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that
No.
they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
No, I'm not.
Don't you want another story involving the adventure
Still got the
line?
trademark.
We could make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want.
Who's
Let's
driving
do it.
that?
Narrator.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you
got a
remember
pimple on
all
your
those
shoulder.
great
Yep,
jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted
letting you
to
know.
drugs and hookers.
You remember that line?
Let's do it for the fans,
That line's
Stanley.
great.
Let's give them more content.
Do you remember that
exactly like
line?
this.
Or
But if we
No, I don't recall that line.
that was you remember that one? Yeah. What was that from? What ending was that?
Don't you
Was that the
forget,
broom closet or
We need to
the
get
original
rid of
one,
the
or was that a different one?
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Back up.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
It's definitely.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition
Fuck!
to the
That was a
lore
line
of
that
the
happened.
Stanley
You just
Parable.
don't remember.
True, it also was
Definitely
not
heard
in the
that
original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No. No, I
Can you
don't.
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Mad at Stanley for not following directions.
I just don't remember which ending it was.
Do I have
listen
to?
me. It's crucial that
Fine,
you give it
do
the
it.
bucket.
Do
I
it.
don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely
I
loaded
took
with
a couple
complexity and nuance that
endings
it's
out.
really like 10 personality traits. What other
the one where
object
you
in this
jump off the
game can you
platform and
even
stuff?
say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort
guess
of
I'll take
Bucket
the
Destroyer
heavy one, too.
merchandise the
Because I've
fans
never
will
seen
be
that one,
clamoring for
but
after
it
this.
is a little more out of the way.
Okay, the Bucket
So-
Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable gag characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh, God!
Right.
Heaven!
Huh? No.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
So at this point now, because I don't know if so you have 5 endings left now, basically.
I can't wait to tell this story to my
But,
co-workers.
well,
Stanley thought.
in
Amusing,
the
no?
bucket endings.
Oh,
That
well,
is.
a good bucket.
So you're going pause for a second,
Strong
actually.
bucket.
So you have 5 endings left with the bucket, basically.
Okay.
But then after that, it's what I labeled as the final endings, which is the ending with the figurines. But after you get all the figurines, you get an ending for that. But then you unlock the epilogue that the narrator talked about. So if anything, we might just have to do an episode of just those ones. Which I wouldn't mind. I mean, it's kind of like how we did the regular endings in one episode, and then we did the new content stuff in one episode, which was smaller than this one, and then we did it. So I said that'd be probably a good idea.
And here it was.
Because even if
Had
we,
the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no. Never mind.
so what you have left is you have,
Forward.
Stanley took the door on his left.
yeah. So what you have is you have like that vent ending, and then there's the.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
So you can go to the cargo lift, or you can go. Oh, there's a. Oh yeah, right. There's a figure down there.
Do I just go right here?
Yeah. Well, hold on. Don't go in the vent yet, though. Look to your right. Look, you can get that.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh. You good, Cedric?
Just trying to think
About what?
where that goddamn line was.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlets. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Is there an ending if I just fall?
Well, yeah, that's the powerful ending. I crossed that one off, though.
Okay.
I think it was the broom closet, like the regular one.
Let me see. Yes, it was! It was the broom closet. See, I knew it! That's what it was. Because it was like he probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. So yeah, it was that one. Oh?
I love this one.
This is day number 295.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Is that Stanley?
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Into my chest when I set it down. It doesn't
What?
make sense. There's no explanation for it.
Tooted.
Haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so. What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. unthinkable the
Honestly, I wonder
amounts
if
of
I should
money
Dead Space
people will
remake.
pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me.
What's that? Who's there?
What the fuck? Did we just enter into the Evil Dead? Goddamn.
Yep.
What in the actual fuck?
You got murdered for the bucket.
Wait a minute.
Oh, phone is ringing.
On.
Phone is
Right there.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
How dare you tell me to have a pleasant day? I will do no such thing. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, go back. What the fuck was that paper on the wall? On your right. On your left. The paper.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's the figurines. The paper right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. I was trying to read it, but you kept acting like it was like...
The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh,
And
very
here it
nice.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no... Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh,
Stanley
slow up.
looked the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
So you can still unplug the phone. I say don't, though. We'll do that later. Can you
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, Anakin. Unlimited power!
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then,
I don't think I ever
very
actually did this
distressingly,
ending.
He began to believe the bucket
Not the
could
second
speak
time
to
I
him.
played.
It's a pretty good one.
Hello, Stan, it's me, your bucket. Press Q to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't
You're in
literally
the apartment
talk and give
ending, but with the
orders.
bucket.
Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Be back home with you.
Fuck me.
Lately, I've been concerned.
Hell yeah!
Wouldn't you be concerned?
Bucket!
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object.
Where the fuck is the bucket? Oh, you're right there. Oh, thank God.
How I can convince you. I don't know if you'll...
Didn't you have like two? Yep. Which for him was too much. Technically.
Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think.
What?
I did
What?
Ever took
What the fuck?
he was sitting like leg up, and he closes his legs and crushes his nuts.
I'm trying to listen to this all here and my ball.
That was just so out of nowhere. That makes me think of it was a clip from Tyler from Markiplier's channel.
Oh my god.
Him and, or at least he started. At least he
he
started a podcast called "Go My Favorite Sport Team," and Mark's on there a lot. But there was one where it was Wade and Bob, and there was a clip though.
Distractible.
No, not Distractible. This was one that Tyler made. Tyler from Mark's channel.
On
like Tyler's Shine
podcast, the Go My Favorite Sports Team.
Yeah.
He had Bob and Wade instead of Mark.
Yeah, but basically it was like something where like he was telling Bob like, alright, get into the mindset of what the fuck are you doing?
Keep talking.
Hold on, dude. How your dingle swing like that, man? Look at that shit. Keep doing that shit.
What?
Listen on. That is. Did you fart again, motherfucker? No, but Bob was like trying to get in the mind of Mark and all that. Apparently, he's messing with a fidget spinner outside, and he's like, "All right, get in the mind of Mark, all that." And then he's like, "Ow! I hit myself the nuts with a fidget spinner." And Wade and Tyler lose their shit. It was the funniest thing. Apparently, he was playing with some fidget toy, and a part flew off and hit him right in the nuts.
What it do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location
that's also
to
where
a
it
different
gets combined.
location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
So it'll transfer cum then. That's what the bucket will do. It transfers liquid.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket.
Oh, he's on the stove.
Stupid hunk of
Cook the bucket. Sounds like a controlling boyfriend. Oh, it's nice. That's trippy.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Believe I'm real, you see. Press you to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
What the fuck is it?
Just a little more...
Time for bed.
White.
My favorite TV show.
White, the
Life
musical.
would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Why does that sound like it'd be a racist musical?
I was gonna say something.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? I'm having feelings.
Oh.
What?
The bucket. Oh, no. What's going on?
Oh no, you're gonna fuck the bucket! He's gonna fuck.
What's wrong? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this
Hold
would
on,
be
pause.
less
I'm gonna
confusing.
say this. I like, if I did hopefully do this ending when I first played the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, I genuinely do not remember this at all. I do not remember Stanley. Only you do. Because I played this back when it first came out and all that. And it just.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
I need
give
to put
it to
my
me now.
dick inside the bucket. I genuinely don't remember this though. So maybe I never got this ending. Surprisingly, I don't know.
You were him to hit you in the dick.
Go back to work, Stanley.
Well, that was chaos. Alright, you're back. Yay!
All his co-workers were gone.
So you got
What
3
would it
more.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The bucket made Stanley want to be
I got one. Hold on. Go back.
In time, perhaps,
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going back.
both of those things.
Out the window.
Yes.
Do that one.
How do we do it?
Go back. Go back on the other side. No. That's it. Yep. Crowd. Like try to jimmy yourself up there. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
How do I?
We never did the original one, but it doesn't matter. All right. No, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. All right, keep moving, keep going. Just keep trying to. There we go. Crouch. Get out of there. We're outside the map.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dark office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to gleam. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a
Alright, boys.
To this, the bucket furrowed his brow.
No,
Hand sanitizer.
not since the
Smells like
evil
watermelon.
wizard Gamhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the secret amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was
Tight.
young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of.
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
Is it Golem?
You are a bucket. This is so stupid. Why are you even doing it?
I want to stop it. Quick trip.
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty
so
beast
pissed
of
about my
untold power. Its fangs glistening like
About that. Oh. The fuck? Quick, give me the sword! Where is it? We need to fight!
Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Don't worry, the next bucket is a safe bucket.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after.
Oh.
Stanley hoped that he would one day see.
You officially now have two
Stanley
endings left.
Very lucky indeed.
Very lucky, yeah.
So I say the next one you do is the one where you jump off of that moving
To the
platform.
meeting room, but Stanley had
Because then the last one is the one where you unplug the phone, which is like the true ending.
was simply the
Really?
place to be.
Huh?
And here
Really?
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
Well,
correct?
your pause. So, well, because again, remember, because we also did that one in the original part, and that was the only one that had
Oh, that's right.
credits.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's kind of the kind of true
Dawn
ending.
was left to go back to
I think the epilogue is more of a true kind of ending, but you know, still.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Oh my
Stanley
God.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Danger everywhere.
Hopefully, I get a little time after like 11 or something. I mean, because here's the thing though: if that not Stanley one, the next one after this happened,
No, stop.
it might not.
Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is
Yeah.
and isn't
How much
a
like
bucket.
real time does it take to
Step
get
in
that
here for a minute.
baby game ending?
4 hours.
Yep.
He says, give it 4 hours of playtime. I think after 2 hours... Is this a
Now
bucket?
then, I'm going to run you
After 2
through
hours,
some
you get,
test
like, a break or
scenarios,
something?
and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
So apparently, roughly, the final endings
This
are like
tell us
10 minutes
everything
each,
we'll
so
ever
I
need
don't
to know
We'll
about
just see
what
how much time we
is
have.
or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Is it a bucket, Brandon?
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Just wait.
Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No? Oh, okay.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Next one, say no.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Say no.
Incorrect.
Fuck!
The
This
third
is a
one's
bucket.
the real one.
The first
All right.
that are.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I don't know, man. I think I might have to say maybe no.
Correct. This is a tractor.
Who said yes?
To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Well, you already look like
A sex doll
wait,
next or something.
and then you see.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
What? Huh?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Well, if that last one was a bucket, this can't be.
Question.
What?
Both. Got
What?
Ooh, what? Ooh, what?
Both a bucket and not a
Item.
bucket.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. Yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
No.
A bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing
Are
this.
you a bucket? Yes.
I'm
Press
losing
yes.
myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing was a bucket? Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I am not a bucket after all.
Shut up, Archie!
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease.
This game's gotta have the world record for how many times the narrator says like bucket.
It doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Like,
Tell you what,
That should actually be a record.
we'll
Like,
put back
the game with the most amount of lines
and
with the
we'll
word
know
bucket.
that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that is?
you know, it's so funny that you can actually submit to Guinness, like just like a bunch of random dumb record things. So
Okay, so it is 10:35. We'll see what happens. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. Walk out of there. I can't believe this happened. Hold on.
All
Go.
his co-workers
Go
were
left.
wrong.
Left.
Could it be
No, 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 no.
Stanley
Left,
decided to go
dumbass.
to the meeting room.
426.
Perhaps he
Open
had
it.
simply missed a memo.
That's an actual door you can open. The whiteboard ending! Oh yeah, you can turn on dog mode on the bottom right, and every time you click something, it makes the sound of a dog barking. I think. Or here, actually, hold on. Just click.
Yep.
Click outside. I have dog mode.
No, seriously, we disabled it.
Did you try to jump?
I was just clicking.
What'd you get an achievement for?
Just trying to jump.
Thing.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded.
So we'll see what happens though, because I mean, if we feel like we have enough time, we might be able to actually do the figurine and epilogue.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the right again.
Yeah, so you have one more, and that's the not scene. That's where you unplug the phone. So
Stanley had felt
So
the
go to the
bucket
bathroom.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
feeling it, Mr.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the ball? The bucket was wrong.
Yeah, I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
To go back to the meeting.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over
I
here.
hear the fucking
Stanley
barking
once
through the
again
door.
obeyed.
Or through the wall, I mean.
Am I doing this right? I go this way?
Yeah, remember you unplugged the phone.
Oh, that's right.
I just told you.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk.
It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Brandon's funny.
Can't you see?
Funny.
Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke?
Low effort. Smell the alcohol.
Longer. Or even quicker. Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better. But there isn't exactly an instructional
I mean, I
video
did
on comedy that
want
one
to take
can
that
watch
sugar
the full...
vodka
Oh, wait, yes,
and the
there is.
moonshine. Take some
it's
sips
tasting
of
right
the
here.
buzz
It's tasting
balls. And this is my fourth one of these.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Yes.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper.
Yo!
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh,
He
in all
looks
likelihood, you did it
Kanye.
while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than
Social
76
distancing.
degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Nazi
To
salute.
begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
Elon?
Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at
I'm
which
sorry.
the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then
No.
spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
L-U-C-A-S.
Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Danny with the funny.
Please fucking kill me!
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your
I'm speculating. Oh my god.
The Simpsons is terrifying now.
There's Justin Bieber on the left.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
After all, with each of us needed on the front
My
line
god.
to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our very existence.
What is this space?
Why does one of them have a leg?
What is this space trooper?
Why is one?
To this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What is this, a Helldivers reference?
Thank goodness this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
A puss showing up Cedric's booty. Honestly, I can't wait to possibly do this same thing here, but with FNAF.
I can feel it.
And I like take a turn. I play FNAF drunk.
The delivery. You'll be in stitches.
That's kind of more how I wanted to do it. Was like the main way I want to do is just every time like one of us beats a knight or dies, we just switch.
Comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be doing comedy. That's the bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out.
My booty.
Stop it. Oh. It's a good thing I don't have to go to church tomorrow. Not that it would matter if I did. I do have a dentist appointment though. If I go to a dentist appointment hungover, oh well.
Ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
God damn it, Brandon.
That wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't. But you have the fucking bucket, so.
What? We're back at the phone already. No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think...
Yeah.
I need to go back and rewatch that.
Oh,
Calm
shit.
down, you fucking rabbit.
Oh, no.
Sure, that will help me improve my...
Oh, fuck, I had to watch it again.
Here we go.
Oh,
you ready?
never mind.
When
Thank God.
Left, damn it.
Came to a set of two open doors. They entered the door on the left.
Brandon, go left. I swear to God, I will drunk slap you in the head. Or tipsy slap you.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now.
Yeah.
It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all
comedic
your
timing.
fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh! We didn't it!
All of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison, yes.
It's just like speeding through. All right, good job. So, it's up to you. Do we want to just try those last two things?
How quick are they?
I mean, it depends on your pacing. I mean, from the videos I saw, it could take like 10 minutes for each of them, but it all depends on your pacing. So
We don't have the time for that.
probably just chill until 11, and then take a slow. Well, quick trip then. Yeah, next time we can do the figurines ending and the epilogue.
Sorry, Leroy.
Who? Oh, hey, Valve. Can you walk around? Is the game frozen? Oh, never mind. All right. Well, that was all the bucket endings. That was fun. What'd you think of that, Brandon?
A lot of it was so stupid.
It's fun, though. It's so
It is.
All right, we're gonna leave it off here, I guess. Next time we will do the final ending of the game, along with the epilogue for the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes.